Okay, so today we're going to be taking apart the Aerogarden Harvest Elite. Specifically, we're going to see if we can remove the pre-installed LED light panel, because what happens is once you have a plant that outgrows the distance of the light, as you can see in the back, that's just regular basil, and it has outgrown the distance that the light can extend to. It's all the way down now, but if I was to open this up, you would see that it comes right to the top of these, and I'll show you the top of these leaves later, where they're getting scorched. I don't know if you can see that from this distance, by the light. Even though there's not much heat coming off this, just the proximity to the light itself causes the reaction of the scorching on the leaves. So if your leaves start turning brown, it's most likely because of the heat, and it's drying out the liquid and the fluids inside those leaves. So we're going to see if there's a way to disconnect this light, because like I said, it's built in, and everybody online seems to have a problem with removing the light fixture itself. So we're going to see if there's an easy way to do this. Some of the older models used to be able to just pop this off and it would be a USB connection in the base. I don't believe that is the case for this, but we're going to find out. So right now we are completely lowered. First thing I've noticed is that there's a screw on the back here. We're going to do that last because I'm not really sure what that does. But I found that on the bottom there are 3 screws here which line up with the base plate there. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these and see if it loosens up this at all. There may be a wire connection or something of that nature that may have to be disconnected. So we're going to start at the bottom. And these are just Phillips screws. So I'm going to go ahead and slowly remove those. And I always set them aside so I know where they go and where they went, just in case I have to put them back. All right, those 3 screws are removed, so I'm going to see if this has any kind of release. And there's no release. Nope, definitely definitely feels like it's still binding. Okay, so after about 5 minutes of looking around, what I discovered was that behind these rubber grommets that are used as the leveling anti-vibration feet, there are screws, and there's 4 of these. So to pop them out, I've got a real small screwdriver, flathead, and I get it in there and just kind of slowly work it out, because these are actual plugs and not little feet. So that's what you're removing there. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that and loosen up those screws. They are also Phillips screws. Okay, we now have the screws removed from the 4 corners on the base. So here, 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 and here. And we removed the 3 screws that held the light fixture base. So we're gonna see what happens now. When we pull up on this, and you can see that the whole connection comes out. This is where you gotta be careful. So this is the control panel here. Don't mess with this. This activates your buttons and all that good stuff. This here is kind of like your motherboard or your brain of the Harvest Elite. This white wire, as you can see, rotates over here, goes over here, and goes to this little circuit board right here. That's where your power comes in. Do not mess with that cable. The light fixture looks like it is this right here. There's a black cable that's coiled inside this tube, which goes over here, down there, and goes to this Molex connector right there. So I'm going to try and remove this from the motherboard. I'm going to power it up carefully, and see if it will still activate. So what I've done is I've disconnected the light, right, from the circuit board. And I want to see if by disconnecting that, if that will allow me to still have power access the board without any kind of error or malfunction. All right, turns out that's actually not the power plug-in. That was the pump plug-in for the base of your Harvest. So I do have it plugged in. As you can see, the lights came on in the front. And I'm gonna go ahead and hit the light button right here and see what happens. And it does say light will auto resume. So we should be good to go. We could probably just go ahead and disconnect all the wiring for the light at this point. Maybe put a little electrical tape around those exposed Molex there, the pins. But before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and take the rest of the assembly off the top and see if there's an easier connection that we can just bypass at the surface of the light. Stay tuned. So we took the screw that was on the back here out, and it was basically just holding this piece, this little metal arm to the top plate here, which has your LEDs. And by pulling on this cable, I'm gonna hope that there's maybe a connector in here somewhere that we can disconnect and just remove the top piece. So stay tuned. Okay, I did not see a Molex connector in the tubing here, so I am actually going to continue to experiment. I'm gonna go ahead and remove these 4 screws on this LED panel and see if there's a Molex connector in there, which hopefully there is. And if there is, that would make things a lot easier. There is a Molex connector right there, which should remove this panel entirely. And we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. And we've just completely removed the LED panel. So we'll set that aside. And let's look at this. Let's see how we can disassemble this. So it looks like everything's just basically plastic snapped on into place, which is expected since these things are so cheap. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna dissect the whole thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and open the base back up, unwire that cable, and see if I can feed it up through the tube, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so after we've removed the Molex from the motherboard, we had to unscrew the screw holding down the ferrule, which, you know, keeps power and all that kind of stuff in line. We then had to carefully work the base. Let me go ahead and get this out through here. We carefully removed, there's a couple of clips. These little clips right here, you can't see them. There's 2 little clips on either side that you have to push in, and I just used a small little screwdriver to pop those in while pulling up out of the base. And then you have to kind of work this back edge here because this piece right here clips into this little opening. So once you get those out, you'll have to slowly wiggle it back and forth. The issue I had was on the front. There's another little bump right here that's got to pop out of this plastic as well. So you really got to slowly work that plastic a little bit. And as you can see, I stressed the back portion of the plastic and it stretched and it finally popped out. So now our light assembly is completely disconnected. There's not going to be any extra wires or anything hanging around. But because I am the way I am, even though the screws are not functional, I'm gonna go ahead and put them back in where they came from, just in case I need to put everything back at some point. So that goes back in there. I'm gonna get some electrical tape and I'm gonna tape up these prongs here just as a safety measure, and I'll be right back. We have completely disassembled, taken the LED light panel out. We have put the base back together. We've got power, all right? Everything, all the buttons are working. The next thing I do is I'm gonna put some kind of tape or something inside here with tape over it so that no water gets down into this open hole here. That would kill all of your electronics. Make sure you put something in here. If you have everything working 100%, you can go ahead and fill this up with silicone. You can put some kind of plastic in there and then fill it up with silicone. Basically, you want to make sure that no water is going to get down into that base of the housing there, because remember, all of your motherboard and electronics are right here in the center. I will probably fill this with silicone myself. I'll probably put down some cardboard or something here so I'm not using like half a tube of silicone. Lay some plastic in here and then silicone over the top of that. And then if you want, you can probably put some duct tape or something over there so it matches your base. All right, so right now, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the base of the plant and put it on top and get some, make sure the timer and everything still works, and I'll get back to you. It's interesting because this plant has been growing for 68 days. That stayed in memory, which is pretty cool. This is basil. I don't know how many times I had to trim it. And that lamp was just not high enough. So you're probably wondering why worry about taking this light off. Well, for me, I'm gonna have 3 basil plants in here, and you can see how thick these stems are. I mean, they're almost a 1/2 inch thick for these mother plants. And now what a lot of people forget is that you can use an Aerogarden like this and have just mother plants, where you take your clippings, you reroot them, and this gets trimmed up every week, and you're rooting new mothers or new clones of your plants. Perfect little setup for microgreens, for micro plants. But I wanted to show you, see all that scorching? That's from touching the light. There's just nowhere for it to grow. So what this is going to do is this is going to allow me to put it into this tent where I control the other light in the distance up to 4 feet. So a lot of people ask if I recommend this thing. I do, if you have very small spaces, because again, if you go back and look at my review videos, the thing is pretty tiny, but it actually puts out pretty good plants, depending on what you want to grow. Now, I definitely would remove the OEM light if you plan on growing something like tomatoes, because one, that light just won't penetrate through the canopy. As you can see, the scraggly stuff down here. But when you do remove that light and replace it with something that's more powerful, and I'll put some links to the lights that I use in the description, you are going to have much, much better plant growth and harvest. All right, well, I hope you learned something. On to the next.